I'm glad you enjoy. Oh, music. I thought I had it. So, today we are actually going to go to sleep before the mobs spawn. But what we're going to be doing, it's good to see everyone, by the way. How's everyone going? So, today, what we're doing is we're going to start on our next big project, the castle. And what we're going to be doing in regards to here and the castle is some weeks we're going to be working on the castle. Oh, right. One moment. I forgot I turned up my own audio, so the songs were like really blasting my ears and I was like, oh no. What we're going to be doing is some weeks we're going to be working on downtown here, and then some weeks we're going to be working on the castle, which is like, this is the planned curve for the bridge. And then out here is where the castle courtyard and stuff is going to be. Hopefully that makes sense. So all of this terrain over here, I figure may as well use the terracotta underneath and flatten it out. Eventually off stream, maybe. Not quite sure. May as well use it. Also, that house down there, slated for destruction. Figure we may as well do that today. But figure the bridge is where it's at to be worked on today. So we have a bunch of materials. We're going to be using the sand for dropping it off the platform and making sure that we can figure out where things are going and stuff like that. Prismarine, our favorite planning block. And then all sorts of materials for figuring out what the build's looking like. And this is basically going to be the width of what we want. And I figure we have a very gentle curve. So if we look at it from about this angle, you can see how... Yes, absolutely. We go from a very shallow angle and then it goes slightly steeper. And when it comes to medieval builds, a lot of builds tend to have that sort of arch to them, although it's generally a lot more curved. So I'm figuring we'll have a pillar about here that's embedded into the cliff. And I figure we go with the prismarine first. I should have thought this through. Bump, bump, bump. Just to plan out where our pillars are going. Oh, that's fine, that's fine. And then we go ahead and we make sure that basically from there, I think we need some sand for that one. What happens from there is we make sure that the middle pillar, because I think I do not have the skills for that. What happens is the sand marks out where the next one on the other side is going to be, and it'll make our lives so much easier. Oh. Nah, it's all good, it's all good. Because it usually makes life pretty much easy if you go and you're like, yep, okay. We look at it full, and we're like, yep. In fact, like, seeing how far back that is from the shore, I'm like, maybe we could bring this back, like, about here? Where's that at? Ah, perfect. Okay, that's where we need it. Yes, okay. Because if we do it at the edge of the water, then that makes it easier for actually terraforming later on. Time to make a villager homeless. After a pillar. Ah! Total miss. And we land. Nope, miss. We go. Perfect. First try. Because basically that was the last. This is the last villager house that we actually have. So on one hand, I was like trying to keep it, but on the other hand, there's not even a villager in there. It's an old blacksmith. But it's the only one that's still fully intact, I think. Wait, is... Oh no, we have a stables! Or did I chop off the top of that? No, I think I chopped off the top of that. So it's just like, well, goodbye. It must go. Actually, there is a better way for this. Wait, is lava still in there? No, it's good. Beautiful. You know, there's something somewhat poetic about this. Wait, there's... Oh yeah, there are chests in these. I don't think you can light chests on fire. And this just means that we only need to knock out these. And maybe a few other bits. So that makes our lives so much easier. Does this count as being efficient? Like, I'm trying to figure out if this counts as efficiency or just being a mischief. No, there are no villages. I do actually protect my villagers. I am kind to my villagers, apart from making them volunteers. Because, like, there is something a bit... Because of the fact that my villagers are free sourced, like they are volunteer sourced from other villages, means that it is actually harder to get them. So therefore, making sure that they actually survive is kind of important to me, because otherwise it makes life a bit harder long term. Stick that in there so we don't lose it. Oh, okay, so if we have one arch there, and we actually bring that forward, that bit there, I think that'll be good. And it's fine, because this is denoting the end of the bridge. 4, 5. And that's the width of the bridge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, so basically all of these go down. So from here, we're basically figuring out if from the width, we're going to be wanting a third arch, a third pillar in the middle. So I think if we build the walkway and then we build the pillars, we'll be able to tell, if that makes sense. Excuse me. Wait, why is there a heart in one of these buildings? There should not be a heart at this time of day. Unless it's the villager that's decided to actually live underground. Try as I might, I have not managed to make that villager leave the underground, so his bed sort of stayed here. Actually, we're going to adopt the bed. And since we're living out here, or we're at least building out here now, we may as well take it. So what I'm thinking is we have high contrast on what we're doing here, not just did we bring no, wait, that's only a little bit. Yes, acacia. Okay, so yeah, no, that's not happening. That is not my vibe. That's not something I do. So basically, if we get a general vibe of the arch for this, hi 13, we can go ahead and work out how thick, and it's not my vibe. It's not what I consider fun. And basically, we can go ahead, put down a mat, walkway, something like that. And what we'll do is we'll come back later and we'll add half slabs and other texturing to this, because I'd like to continue the orange feel to this. So we'll probably come in with orange terracotta and stuff like that. But right now we're just working in broad sweeps so that we get a general feel for this build. So what we're doing, 13, is we're actually building a bridge today. We're building a bridge and getting over it. I'm sorry, that joke's terrible, but I love that joke. Or is it pun? I'm not entirely sure at this point. And this is going to lead into the castle, which is going to be in the Badlands. So basically, the general idea is that we've got a really big wide path, and that is because, like, when you have a castle, oh yeah, feel you there. Like, it's taken me so long to actually start calling it a Badlands. It's been really tricky because I've had people, like, on multiplayer servers be like, what's a Badlands? What's a mesa? And I'm like, it's the terracotta biome. I'm like, how do you not know this? It's how you know you're old. It used to be that you were calling sugarcane reeds, but nowadays it's because you're calling a mesa a Badlands. Looks more like a lesbian desert to me. I think if I was going to call any biome a gay desert, I'd probably go in and use... We are in the village, and if you were considering us all the village, that would be awesome. I was looking for one that would be considered a biome to be considered a gay icon, like if I was using colors and stuff. They do have the brightest naturally spawning colors, so yeah, I would, yeah, I'd go with that, yeah. Like, it's got the widest range of bright colors. So yeah, I can see that. Oh, well, I think you can get like deserts that go into Badlands. Like this one had some that was going into Badlands. I've seen deserts, villages that go into Badlands, but I don't think I've ever seen a village that was purely a Badlands village. So, I think Minecraft probably considers it as a desert. I think you'd probably have to like poke into the code and stuff. Hi, Berries and Lona, welcome. How you going? I'm doing pretty good. Today we're starting a large project, or at least part of a large project that we're going to switch between and the other project that we're in the middle of, because it's good to have a couple of projects to bounce between, I think, because it makes your brain feel nice and revived and stuff like that. So we have our downtown village that we've been working on recently, and this will be the castle of the area. And right now we're working on the bridge going up to it. Yeah, it really surprised me. I think it's from the fact that Clown Pierce featured my ghast farm in one of his videos, which was super surprising. But I'm kind of okay with that. Like it was a huge compliment. Yeah. I woke up one morning and there was all these comments going, hey, yeah, I came from Clown Pierce's video. And I'm like, wait, what? And so, yeah. Okay, wait, have we got the right width? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yep, we've got the right width. Oh, awesome. Well, I hope that this is a good stream for you. So we're usually pretty chill here. And we do a lot of building. Sometimes a bit of mischief, sometimes a bit of redstone. And, well, it's mostly building. Well, it's mostly building, sometimes a bit of fluffing. Okay. Check what... I hope that's not my redstone sucking. I hope that's just redstone in general sucking. Redstone is definitely something that takes a lot to get the hang of, I think. Okay. I think if we start building this pillar at least, I think we should be good. I think there are definitely some really simple stuff you can do that makes life much easier. Like for farms and stuff. Like the stuff I did for the flower farm, that's definitely the more complicated. Like there's a way you can make it less complicated. You can just put two observers facing each other and it'll be slightly slower, but it'll be easier. Okay, we need diorite and, oh no, forgot to grab the diorite. And from there, we can also skip, if we come back to the flower farm and take a look for a minute, like there's a whole lot of this that you can skip. So you know how the grass blocks in there? If you just put a wall and you swap the grass block out for a bit of mud, and you just put a bit of glass in front, you can skip the minecart. And then if we go out the back, actually, thanks for the feedback. Please, if other people don't like this music, please say. And then out the back of here, you can put in a hopper, two observers facing each other. And then you can put in a piston with slime on it. And then just have the lever turn on and off the piston. And stuff like that is things that you can do that makes things that can be swapped out. I have actually added more variety to the music, so it shouldn't be too long before there is change if there is something that you don't like. Okay. And okay, so color time. I'm thinking that we go with something, this being, it merges into the back, and we start with this being the back of, like the background of what we're building. One thing that we need scaffolding. There you go. It is on, what's it called? Scaffold. So there will be a mix of things. So you'll get some of this, you'll get some of that. There will be some changes. And it will just flow as songs flow. So basically, what we're doing is we're building these pillars from the inside out. Hopefully. Wait. On one hand, it's like a kind of a... I want to get to do this first. It's so easy just to nerd pole up, and then you just... milk. Well, I suppose they kind of looked at it and were like, well, humans do it to their parents. So I suppose if cows do it to their parents, it's safe to drink, right? I mean, that logic works for me, right? Like, that makes sense. But, and if they were already eating cows, then I suppose that would also make sense, because you're like looking at it and being like, oh, yep. So if we come in with some diorite, making it a bit of a shadow, I think. And again, with the needing to go up. So if you're wanting to stick in a gradient on one of these types of things, I would suggest if you're dealing with the going up problem, then making the gradient as you go, because I find that dealing with the going up and the going down can be a bit of a pain. So if we got that, then I'm thinking, actually, if we do one side, then we do the next side, that'll probably be better than swapping. Swapping? Is swapping a word? No, swapping isn't a word. Swapping. There we go. That's better. Do. We have any birch? I don't think we've got any birch. I don't think we organized any birch. None there. We did not organize the birch. Okay. We grabbed some birch. Ooh, actually, if we organize some diorite and some birch, I think that'll be a good combination. Granite and birch. Okay. I think that'll be a good combination with the calcite and diorite. Because one of the things I want to do is make sure it combines well with what's already happening in the village. So we'll be stripping the birch and making sure it matches. And one of the things, oh, speaking of, one of the things that we will be getting sooner rather than later is a tree farm, because at this point we will be using pretty soon is a lot of birch logs, and I'm not sure if just placing the saplings in a row and mining them out is going to actually be very sane or sustainable very soon. So I'm like, yeah, we need to do that. I have no plans to go and do raids anytime soon. So totems are just not there on my radar. I intend to get totems when I want to build with emerald blocks, so that's when we will get a raid farm. But until then, I don't really see the need. Oh, awesome! If I'm a noob at hardcore, then I'm a noob at hardcore. That's just how it is. And anyways, I've passed 1,000 days, so I can't be a full noob, right? And I think my elytra skills, at least with a trident, are one of the things that I'm actually confident in. If anything. I've run out of inventory space, but that's fine. If we go like that. Do we have torches? Yes, we do. Because as far as I'm concerned, it's not so much the length of time you play. It's more what you do with how you play it. Like, you could go ahead and sit in a hole for 2,000 days, 4,000 days, whatever. Or do anything you want for 300 days. And it would be a completely different experience. Like, oh, that sounds really cool, 13. But I don't think that. Thank you, Chelsea. I don't think that compromising the way you think you should play is worth a longer playtime. That's why I actually switched from survival to hardcore, because I actually prefer not going after my things after I died. And if I'm playing hardcore, it doesn't give me the choice to go after my things. And I'm kind of thinking we'll go through this with some terracotta. Like so that we've got some some texture and some polished diorite. But we have neither of these. Oh, once we get rid of this, we'll have neither of these. And it'll just make it pop out a little bit better. And we'll also add another row of this. Another reason why I switched to hardcore is the fact that going after my gear once I died was so horrible. And I hated doing it every time. Yeah, polished granite, this stuff. So it gives us just an extra little bit of design. Don't think we're getting that block. Like that. And we'll just do that going further up. Then come in with a second layer of this. Yeah. So it looks like the occasional brick. And if we really wanted to get into it, we'd actually make some bricks. But I think that's kind of a bit much. We can also... I don't think that there is any not good looking brick. Any block that doesn't look good in Minecraft. I think that they're just very niche use cases. And now we actually have inventory room to do this. So it's more of a case of finding the right use case for the right block. Yeah. Like, I've seen sponges, both wet and dry, used in a way that actually makes them look good in a build. I've seen houses with diamonds, both with the new and the old texture, look good. And I just, after seeing that sort of stuff, I don't think that there is any truth to the idea that there is a bad block, as it were. I think it is utter bull. I think every block is deserving of love. Yes! Actually, it would make some very good cheese. As a cheese block. I'll have to remember that. If we are ever making a cheese factory, that is what we will use. I think what we'll do is we'll bring this down a little bit. Yeah. And I love warped crimson wood. Like, warped wood looks amazing with it's warped what's it called? Wart blocks, and also with its what is it called? With oxidized copper, with prismarine, with any of the block palettes that we're using for the ancient city ruins, any of those. Okay, we do need to set it one block back. Like any of those, I think it looks great. And that's 3 blocks, right? Let's just do our math there. 1, 2, 3. Yes, it is. This is good. And so, yeah, like I think that is. I've done something funky here. I'm just looking at this and I'm like, there's something wrong here. Ah, I see where I went wrong. That goes on the front. Okay, we got that. Really? Time to find a spot. Nope, we need those. I haven't had an opportunity where I've needed to make like cheese in a build yet, but it sounds really interesting to do that. It sounds like a very interesting idea. If we build a moon, that's what we'll do. We will make a moon out of cheese. I did have an interesting idea for a potion bottle. So, like, making colored glass and then putting birch buttons on top. I think that would look really cool for potion bottles. So if we're ever doing like a potion shop or something like that, I think I'd like to try that. 1, 2, 3. Did we get everything? No, we did not. Okay. Safety torch. Oh, who was I talking to? I was talking to someone recently and like they were not understanding the appeal of hardcore and the idea of once you die, that's it. And I was like, yeah, this is it. This is the idea. And they were like, why? I'm like, it's fun. And they were like, Thank you. I know it's not an amazingly accessible time for most people, but thank you. Okay, so hopefully we have the basics of how this looks. So if we step back, we should have a nice divot. And what I'm thinking is we go and we put oh no. Like, on one hand, I'm glad you're watching, but on the other hand, if you have school tomorrow, please be responsible. You can always watch me, like, as a replay. Actually, we grabbed that dirt. We just plop it here. There we go. That's good. We have somewhere to stand. Okay, so basically, I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll make little things that are sort of like this. Except, oh, I like that. I'm there for that. Okay, never mind. Maybe we do that. That's the thing. If I make it earlier for some, I make it too early for others. And so it's kind of a balancing act, and that's why I have my 10 AM stream on Fridays, so that it's easier for some people. And also, this is the most accessible time for me. Yeah, it did actually give quite a vibe, didn't it? So it's quite a balancing act for me, like the times in the day. Like, those chains are a vibe. And now I am about to unleash the ultimate weapon. As soon as I remember what chest it's in. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Glazed terracotta. Also, we still have the end stone to integrate, which is going to be one of the main things going along the archway. Before we do this, let's remember how to actually place this. Okay, so that's that way. So placing it that way, then probably that way, then probably this way, then probably this way. Well, the thing is, terracotta, no, that's not correct. This way. Terracotta has rotational patterns regarding, how did we do this? Oh, that's that way. It has rotational patterns, both, oh no, I've gotten this mixed up. It has rotational patterns both on the ground going like this and on the ceiling. So, aha, there we go. So to get this, you have to basically start like that, then turn, then turn, then turn, I think. No, I got, yeah, it's one of the, so that one, it's turn, then turn, then turn, then turn. Okay, whatever pattern we get is what we get. Okay, I think that's the best we're going to get for going vertically. because we're going to get a pattern of some description. Because one of them I think will look good no matter which one it is. And it's also a brighter yellow than what is being used in the village. This one, yeah, like terracotta is just a vibe. And I think with terracotta, it's one of those things that you can really go nuts with it. So we have jumping room. Check. 1, 2. What have we got? Like that. Okay. 3, 4. Okay. We have the second pattern. Woo! Then I'm thinking maybe we go like this. Perfect. So then I figure we slip one of the, like the top half of it just here. So that is here and then here. Yes. Okay, we got it. And I'll stick some more railings there and then move this up a little bit. Actually, we'll steal these railings. Hey, Jones, what's up? Oh no, he's just ignoring me. He's doing the, I'm totally being a cat, but I'm ignoring you. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Bum bum. Bum bum. And then we'll be able to stick 2 more on those sides and we're good. And we have patterns. Oh, look at that! On the other side of it, it works. So if we can make a whole bunch of rails, patterns, I think that'll be good. What height's that on? That's 2 from the top. We'll work from there. That is math. I'm both impressed and horrified. We have that, there we go like that, right? Oh. We go like this. We have it. Oh no, we have the right pattern. Then it's like that, and like this. This is not the correct pattern. How did we do this? Okay, like that. Then like this, then like this. That one's correct, that one isn't. Yep, like this. No. Facing the other way. Much confusion. I'm not sure if my brain knows how to handle this information. Listen. Aha! We have it! Math is very weird. Like, I look at math on a regular basis and I'm just like, How did people manage to do the world? Like, there is so much confusion in the world about this. Nope, that is the wrong place for that. And not only that, but math has been overhauled several times over history, and it's like, wait, what? No, we don't have to do that. We can just use these. And it makes for an interesting time. Doom, doom, doom. Okay. Oh, that looks good. I like that. And I think once we get in the spine, it should be good. It's, as far as I understand it, it's more for a... I cannot do that. It's more for like engineering and physics and that sort of thing, rather than most of the basic supermarket level math type stuff. And I think it's here. 1, 2. Did we do this correct? Because basically 1, 2. Yep. Oh, we forgot the line there. Because basically if you're not in a job that actually requires math, then it's kind of not necessary. But a lot of jobs that you wouldn't think require it do require it. Like building, you really need that sort of stuff because it's what holds houses up, it's what holds roads up, and all of that. To a basic extent, I use it for figuring out these curves and stuff, although I do it on a very, very basic level. And I wouldn't be able to tell you the exacts, but it is sort of there. And so, yeah, that's the general idea. And it's also been so long that I don't think I'd be able to tell you what is what when I plug it, if I was told to plug it into a calculator. This is the wrong block. Wait, is it the right block? If I go like this and then I go, no, it is the right block. We're in luck. Also, I'm a bit tired of climbing the scaffolding. We're going around in a circle. There we go. Perfect. Although, I do think it's a bit hard for when you're still in school and people and the teachers are like, yes, you need to do these equations, but you're not allowed a calculator. And yet, in life, you actually are encouraged to use the calculator and figure out that sort of stuff with the calculator. Oh, there, right? Oh. Yes. Then that one. And that one. Nope. Okay, I think I can safely put down wall patterns as kind of tricky. Ha! Oh no. Yeah, think it's because, like, for most places, teaching doesn't change as fast as that's there, then that's there. Teaching doesn't change as fast as the internet. So unless it's in a huge place, a hugely funded place, I don't think it's going to... It's still in the spot. I don't think it's going to keep pace. Okay. So, if we have that, then that just leaves us having the spine. And I'm thinking the spine sits at about the depth of the diorite. We are out of fireworks at the moment. I think I did do I was able to get the machine to work sort of in the spires, and I was able to record that and put it into a short. So there should be a new short on my channel with the fireworks of what happened and stuff. So hopefully you see that if you're a shorts kind of person. Otherwise, I'm going to be getting Shade's help with fixing the redstone in a creative copy of this world and making sure that we get an awesome version of it and having a 1000-day recap of what has happened. Oh, how come I'm not using fireworks? I prefer using a trident. I know it's probably a little silly. Like, I've got fireworks. Actually, I really should be using the duration 2s. But I'm more comfortable using a Riptide trident. It's what I learned to fly with. And it's easier for me. I can pull off a lot better flight tactics with a trident than I can with rockets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. We step back. How far down does that go? I'd like to take that down all the way to here. And on top of that, like, it's renewable. All I have to do is mend it a little bit. And with that, it makes life really, really easy. Because when I'm just renewing it, whenever I'm mending anything else, I just pop over to the Guardian farm, fix it, and fix everything else while I'm there. Or fix it while I'm fixing everything else. Although it means that long journeys are either confined to the ocean or confined to when I'm raining, but I don't think that's a big letdown because that's what rockets are for. That being said, I have actually deliberately made sure that over time I've gotten more comfortable with rockets because I think it's silly to have the option of something and still not use it. Ender chest. I think we need more scaffolding. So going ahead and just having the option of no fireworks, no rockets, Sorry, other way around. Having the option of no. Yes, exactly. And it makes for a really great time. Although if I'm out exploring and it stops raining, then it's not so great because it's a painful slog to get back if I don't have rockets. Yeah, it's happened a couple of times because then I have to like follow rivers and stuff back. And that makes for many regrets. So hopefully, 1, 2, 3. So this arch shouldn't follow that arch. It should be a much quicker going up. And then from there, imprinting a lot of these colors onto it. Yeah, this is the underbridge support. I really hope this is actually... Oh yeah, cool. And I'm thinking I'll bring it out to about halfway before I stop. Because then I can sort of observe what's happening, see if it's looking good, etc, etc. Now I'm a little bit worried because I know around here there's an underwater cave, and I don't really want my scaffolding to get lost right in the middle of a cave. Because that doesn't sound amazing. Busy building a bridge so I can build my bridge. The perfectness of this. It is symmetry, is it not? Oh my goodness. Because I'm not sure if I want to touch over there yet, at least today. Because of the fact that unless we... Hi, welcome Jacqueline! Because of the fact that I'm kind of thinking of just eliminating that area and flattening it down. Thank you! Ah! Oh my goodness! How did I manage that? Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's try not to do that again. What did I even manage? I think I just walked out of the scaffolding. Scaffolding just said no. And I'm also kind of thinking that maybe partway through here we put a thing, like about here, we put another beam, because these are pretty skinny overall, and I think that'd be good. Wait, did I get... Oh my goodness. I'm starting to think that my world is deleting things, but on the other days, I'm just like... Oh, I would love in-stone stairs and slabs. That would be amazing. If the in-stone series of blocks was extended, that would be the best thing ever. Like, it's such a nice pale yellow to work with. Oh, that would be the best. Am I out of endstone? I'm out of endstone. This is horrifying. Can we go like this? Yeah. Can we go like this? I'll take it. There we go. Like, as far as I'm concerned, having more options for any kind of block would be really cool. Except for maybe stone. We've got enough stone. Like, we've got stone brick. Well, we don't have stone tiles. Maybe having stone tiles would be good. It does the jiggle jiggle. Put that. Oh, hi. Are you a friend? Bet you're not. It really is. It's enjoying in life to the fullest. Like, I kind of think that having more types of blocks on one hand is really, really great, but on the other hand, I think about something that Mojang said about basically having restrictions to create creativity. And basically it was one of their reasons why they don't want to create vertical slabs. And I kind of get that, because with painting and stuff, if you don't have restrictions, basically you can end up sitting at a canvas and being like, I have no idea what I'm going to paint, what I'm going to draw, what I'm going to do, anything. And it's not until you decide what you're going to do that you're like, I know what I'm doing, and lock yourself in. Yeah. And you're right, walls can act as vertical slabs. And I think I'm really happy that we don't have vertical slabs. Like, on one hand, walls are great and everything, but the idea of vertical slabs, there we go, that's the right one. The idea of vertical slabs is great and everything, but I don't think if I saw them, I would be very hyped. There we go. Actually, let's cut that there and we will come back to that. Now let's put some posh things on this. Especially having this connect, because what I want to do is make sure that this flows into this with a bit of an arch. Because with especially more old style bridges, arches are a big thing. because they're supported from underneath, usually. We're just going to stare at it for a moment and stare it blankly so that we get a general color idea. And I'm thinking, I was going to say quartz, but we have like a stack of quartz to our name. It's kind of a sad situation. We need more, but it's not going to be happening anytime soon. Sadness. Grab some of this. And then I'm thinking we grab frog light so that we actually have some light on this. And then some of this. So, first off, we actually connect everything up. With this, I'm thinking what we do is we come in with, is that 2 blocks out? Yeah. Okay. Oh, I feel that. So what I do in the nether is I actually make a mistake on counting, is I actually build myself highways and then I bring myself bunches of blocks. Preferably very bright blocks like sand. Sand's a good one. And a whole bunch of torches. And what I do is I go and light the way for myself later on. And I put blocks on top of the blocks, I suppose you'd call them. The blocks I've left behind. So they are both lit up and they contrast with the netherrack. And I put these down on a very, very regular basis, like once a chunk. Quite regular basis. Although me being me, it's not actually that regular. I don't count things out like that. And what happens is no matter where you go, as long as you're putting these down on a regular basis like that, you can see what's happening. Another thing you can do if you get lost in the nether on a regular basis is instead of going out over the open nether is dig yourself highways and just forget about actually navigating it all. Just be a mole and dig. It'll be fine. The navigation is only a matter of walking in a straight line because the tunnel is pre-prepared because you dug it earlier. We need one of these. And like this. Like, I think that would be my best advice for dealing with navigating the nether. And possibly take extra. Oh yeah, gas are a pain. 10 out of 10 there. Okay. I like the general look of that. However, I think what we'll do is we'll start that branching out. If we come back up here, start knocking these out. When it comes to gas, I'd say forget knocking it with a sword if you're good with a bow and arrow. And vice versa. Like, if you suck it with a bow and arrow, then use a sword. Because I think, personally, ghasts are just one of those things where it's like, oh, bother. And eventually you get used to them, but They're just one of those pests. I don't think that they're one to worry about. Well, actually, yes, you can. That is usually my preferred method. Okay, I like that. Because personally speaking, yeah, you can hit it with an arrow, you can hit it with pretty much any weapon. I don't usually have much luck with my sword. My timing is pretty terrible with swinging my sword. So I just go for shooting my arrows and hoping for the best. Okay, there we go. And it makes my life so much easier. In fact, you don't actually have to hit the ghast with a fireball. You can just shoot the ghast, which is usually my main method. And if something's out of just a straight shot like this, you can go and curve it, and the arrow will go so much further. And you can hit things that are just on render distance. And it takes a lot of practice, but yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Because my preferred method of dealing with life, the universe, and everything is using a bow and running away. That's why my bow has mending, and we just go to the mob farm every so often. And also we have a trident. So if it's not one, it's the other. Yeah. Just shoot and run. And that's also why my sword is not enchanted yet. Like, it's technically enchanted, but it is not fully enchanted. We just put it to one side and like we knock them back and we run away and then we go and shoot them. It's great. It works. And it's fine. Like, as long as we don't die, I think I'm okay with this. Because the way I see it, as long as we don't die, we're doing life correctly. One, two, 1, 2. Basically, this archway, we should be able to get it so that it's 1 block thinner than this. And that's the plan. Hopefully. Gosh, I hope it's the plan. Yes! Exactly! So if there's no death, we live longer, and if we live longer, that's good. Did we do that right? I don't think we did that right. Oh, we need to bring that. Oh my goodness, I don't think I'm doing this correctly. We did not do this correctly. Oh, having diagonals is always... not diagonals. Having symmetry is always an interesting task. Okay. Keep looking at the soundbite. It's not right. this is the right height. 1, 2. Yes. Okay. Okay. Perfect. So we're okay at leaving the cliff here for now, because we'll basically build around the bridge. And scaffolding, please. Holding, scaffolding. There we go. That's probably a safe plan. It's like doing that would make everything much easier to deal with and much more deliberate looking. Okay, can't actually go that way anymore. Never mind. Or like that, then we're fine. Then we're fine. If we fill this in, we should be able to get a good look. But yeah, then having it equally wonky on both sides is probably actually low-key pro. I should not be in charge of breaking the scaffolding. This is probably a bad maneuver. Oh my goodness. Okay. So now we stand back. We've got 1 arch, 2 arch, 3 arch, and then we'll come in and make there be a pattern going through there. And I think that should be good. And I'm thinking we'll add designs and things through there. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's gotta be like, I think personally having a posh looking bridge getting to the castle is kind of important, because that way everyone knows that this is the posh place that you're heading to. We gotta splurge on the posh place, right? It'd be like Hollywood stars having just a little dirt driveway heading up to their place, and it's not even manicured. Can you even manicure a dirt driveway? I don't think you can. Yes! Exactly! We gotta be good for our wheat. Wait, does this mean it's a glorified grain silo? Are we building a glorified grain silo? I need to know these things. Oh my goodness. Because on one hand, that is hilarious. On the other hand, what? Nope, no more. Also, I'd love to see what a polished calcite block would look like, because I think that would look amazing with... what's it called again? I think polished calcite would look amazing with... I have forgotten what it is called. White concrete, there we go. Okay, we go like that, and then we go. Ah, there we go. Perfect. We have all the sneaky ways of doing things. Perfect. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, I could see that happening. That would look pretty neat. Does it have that little glistening effect to it? Do we have any more? Yes, we do. This is good. Just need one more? Two of this? Some days I look at my scaffolding and I'm just like, whatever mad person put me in charge of scaffolding, they should be reported to Osh. Because this does not look like it meets health and safety standards of any country. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we have that side, we have this side. I think we're ignoring the zombie. So hopefully we will fill that in afterwards. Ooh. Yeah, it'll be fine for now. We get this side all tidy up. I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll tuck a bunch of these in. Like this. So we've got this little flowery design sticking out, and once we've got all of these logs, it should look amazing. Like for now we'll have to remove them, but it should be good. Yeah. Here we go. And one more. Oh, and I can also go like that. Yes. Okay. And I think if we just add a little bit there. Not that one. And then that just adds a little bit extra. Like, it's all about just adding a little bit extra. Because what happens is we're not going to be up close to this. So we're treading the line between having something that's really bland and dealing in big chunks, and also not going to be hyper detailed. So these struts over here will probably get mixed in with some oak, maybe some trapdoors, things like that. And areas like this, they're at the probably the detail level that we want them at. And maybe we'll put some trapdoors on the ends of them. But it's the kind of thing that we need to think about as we go. Speaking of which, we need to also go like this and start removing things so that we can see what's going on. And also get loads in place. we have any? No, we do not. I'm blind. Here we go. Okay, perfect. I miss real food. I miss not eating the farm's runoff of fish. Like, on one hand, salmon is so useful, but on the other hand, can we upgrade to golden carrots? Like, we've had so many fish. I don't think I'm ready to just eat something other than fish. We deserve at least the occasional golden carrot, right? I feel like we need to go on strike for golden carrots. Wait, no. I own the world. We should be able to organize ourselves some golden carrots pretty easily. The only thing is, every time I go to the Guardian farm, I end up getting way too much fish to know what to do with. It's like, oh yeah, I'll just eat it. And then it's like, oh no, I've created the problem all over again. This is terrible. And I'm just like, ah. It's a recycling problem. That's what it is. Okay. I mean, at least, hey, that is my scaffolding, sir. Oh, you'll come back. With that, you will bring my scaffolding. So hopefully, I'm kind of thinking, once we get that, if we've got a carrot farm, heck, we could even have a carrot farm in the nether beside. You know what? I protest. We have steak now. We will chuck the fish. Yes, please give me my scaffolding. Thank you. Goodbye, fish. And we shall have steak. And we shall enjoy it. And that is where it's at. We shall have steak and it shall be good. Okay. So in that, now that we've got those 3 angles, I think it would probably, like, I think, I'm looking at it and I'm like, I don't think having that 3rd pillar would be great. However, I'm also looking at this and I'm thinking if we replace some of this in here with diorite, it would be better because it looks like it should be shadowed. I think that would be good. So if we just come in, replace all of this. Yep. And this is a way that works for me. If you're someone who prefers more plans to your builds, then I would suggest working this sort of stuff out beforehand. Because for some people, coming back and tutoing like this isn't really their vibe. we can come in and just knock out bits like this. And this should just... yeah, like... I don't even normally do wireframes like this because I just don't find them my vibe. I've just found that for you guys, well, no one in the world is a mind reader, so it makes for a better time for everyone if I just put out a wireframe of at least something basic so that everyone understands what I'm talking about and it makes for easier communication. So it's good. Okay. Boing. Oh yeah, that shading is so much better. I think if we grab something that's just a little bit darker, I think that would also be good. Wait, polished diorite. I have instant regret. We do not have the room for this. Scaffolding return. Okay. Hopefully. How have I managed to get these mixed up so quickly? Okay, there we go. I'm just looking at this and I'm thinking that we could probably, on these double ones, add some of this because we're not looking at seeing this from far close up, so it should, if we back off. No, that does not work. I was thinking that it might work as a gradient block between the pure diorite and the calcite, but it does not seem so, which is kind of a pity. The other one that might work is possibly light grey terracotta as an extra dark shadow. Which, oh, or maybe smooth stone. I know we picked some up. Oh, there we go. Been in the inventory the entire time. Okay, so basically, despite the fact that these are light sources, I'm not treating them as light sources. I'm just treating them as blocks. So, yeah, I can go with that. I'll probably walk back and see what it looks like. And I'll also stick in one of these and see how it looks. So if we go back, okay. Like looking at that, I think I like the smooth stone because it blends much nicer, and also we don't have that there in the same screen zone. So we'll swap out the light grey terracotta for the smooth stone and it should be good. Like the way I see it is each block has a color and a texture, right? And you can either lean on a color or you can lean on a texture. And or you can lean on both. Wait, did I chuck out the smooth stone? And in doing that, you can create whatever you want. And there really is no limit to what you create except for your patience. Okay, I think we need to actually get smelting some smooth stone because I know for a fact I haven't melted any smooth stone before now. Oh my goodness, I thought for sure I had more smooth stone. Ah. Okay. So like I find that's why, like, when it comes to really super long, super big builds, it's why I learned to make farms, because they've been a lifesaver for me. Because of the fact that you go ahead and you actually learn a lot about how they work when you're building them, or you end up following them block by block and it doesn't really matter. But also, oh, you want this automated? Well, you can. Like, you want wheat automated. You can either make a water-based version where the wheat gets washed away once it's finished growing, or you can make one where the villagers pick it up and try to give it to people. Or you can go ahead and make mob farms or cactus farms or things like that. You can make stone farms if you really want to. Actually, no, I lie. Stone farms are very useful in their own. Oh, coal. Coal's what we need. Stone farms are useful in their own right. And if we grab an extra stack just for later, and I think doing that makes for really, it makes life a lot easier. Coal farm, then I would suggest hooking a tree farm up to what would you call it? A smelter. One of those things, and you'd get charcoal out of it. Because if you burn logs, you get charcoal. Not sure that, like, I'm pretty sure that's well known. But to be perfectly honest, I'm not sure what's well known these days. It's kind of like some things that are common knowledge are now weird niche things, and some things that are weird niche things have now like it's very flipped upside down nowadays. We need more scaffolding, and we need to do the other side. Yeah, I like that. Oh no, we need to do the rest of that. It would either be that or a wither skeleton farm. And, like, I'd like to do a wither skeleton farm. I'm kind of chicken about it. Like, the idea of messing with wither skeletons kind of sends shivers down my spine. But like, this? Yeah, they drop coal and they drop bones as their most common drops. Following that is their swords, and then of course the item that everyone wants, their heads. Which I think if I remember correctly, if you set let me up, please. If you set a wither skeleton farm to automatic and have dogs killing them, then you can actually get the heads. But I think that's the only way to do it automatically. Everywhere, what other way, I don't think you get the head if it's automatic. But I don't know much about wither skeleton farms. They kind of terrify me. This time we do it sensibly. Scaffolding. On the other hand, it would be really nice to have a faster method of bones and stuff. So, well, the thing is, I think not knowing isn't a problem, because most of the good tutorials tell you how it works, or at least enough to get a basic understanding. And I think that's what's necessary, not anything else. And that's where I got most of my learning about farms from. That and messing around with stuff. Like, I got told it was impossible to make a skeleton farm using dogs of any sort of efficiency, and so I played around, and well, it drops a couple of stacks of bones an hour, so I'm kind of not sure whether it's worth it to post it. Okay, I'm kind of looking at this and thinking that we take another birch pole going up here. Either birch or acacia, because we've got the lovely orange of the acacia going through there, and I think that would be good to like mirror. Yeah, I think we'll mirror the acacia going up here if we have it. Like, I just realized that we may not actually have any acacia left. Acacia logs. Oh, how did I do that? Just block that off for a moment. One moment. Just noticed this, and this is not good. Okay, now we're good. And also, there's almost an infinite amount of farms in the game, because the fact is there's farms for pretty much any level of person's capabilities. So I don't think it's so much about memorizing farms or can we get there? Memorizing farms or anything like that. I think it's more about what a person is comfortable with. And also where their interests lie. Like, if they want to make a squid farm, there's a couple of ways to go about it. They can have axolotls kill the squids, and it will look amazing and decorative. Or they can have a squid farm that looks a bit more functional and have squids rain from the sky. except it kind of, if I remember correctly, kind of hidden in the ground. Because it's got something to do with wire levels. You'll never guess, but I actually went with the axolotls because who doesn't want really cute axolotls swimming around in a pond? But I think stuff like that is really cool, and having that freedom of choice in how you play the game is really important. And especially because it makes it so that there is no right or wrong way to play the game either. Is that everything? Did we miss any block? I think there's a... There we go. Perfect. And... yeah. Actually, it would be really cool if we added greenery to the bridge. So it was like hanging down from these baskets. Like these big draping vines. Like just picking up the leaves made me think about it, and I'm like, ooh, that'd be cool. I'm there for that. It also help if I planted these in the right place. There we go. Whoop. Nope. Wrong chest. Oop, 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 oop. Like, I think... Okay, that is going to be a vibe once it's done. Like, just looking at that as we're coming over the street, that is going to tower over most of these houses. And that is going to look amazing. Also kind of intimidating. Kinda there for it. Wait, I gotta be here for it. I'm the one building it. Okay, one. Two. I'm out of scaffolding. Three. Please let me adopt all the scaffolding that has fallen. It is required. Ooh. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Oops, wrong button. I'm thinking what we'll do is from this point, we'll also... From this point, we'll also have another set of... what's it called? Branches? These things. Angles that connect up to the original buttress. But I don't think that they will happen right now because I kind of want them in the acacia and the orange, but we don't have much of it. So they will probably get postponed. Oh, actually, them being in red sandstone would also be useful. Oh, because that would mean We don't have a stonecutter here. Okay, we need to actually implement a stonecutter here. But having them in that would be really useful because we'd be able to go ahead and... Actually, if it's raining, we can do this. Yoink! But basically, having the wall and having it kept one block below, or about one block below the main wall, I think would be good. Because that means that we've got a decorative piece below. And that should look really good. Stonecutter, please do your thing. Yep. You can go like that. That. Then I'm thinking... like this. So that basically when we come along with this, we have a really good look. I hope that makes sense. But the only problem is we have no red sandstone at the moment, so we're going to have to come back to that. So that section of the bridge will have to be either under construction or something. It also helps with the depth and not making it all on the square shapeness, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Hello. So now I figure we get this side up to snuff. Where have we put our... there we go, calcite. Because I think it should be easier now that we've got the other side figured out, all dandy, looking good. So now we know what we're doing. We are obviously falling in holes and knowing what we're doing about falling in holes. Here we go. Okay. I need to know to bring better scaffolding. That is what needs to happen. Like, on one hand, the scaffolding, brilliant. On the other hand, my use of the scaffolding needs to have better plans. I'm also kind of thinking that in the building, maybe we start thinking about this is where we hold our treasures. And if we hold our treasures there, maybe we put in like a shrine to the dragon egg or something like that. You know, this mysterious item that has come from a strange land and far away. Maybe given as tribute or something like that. I think that would be really cool. Or as an exotic gift that no one knows what really is. I know originally we were talking about building dragons with the dragon egg, but I'm like, I think this fits in better, at least for now. And it would be nice to have something that is all done and we have the dragon egg all set up and tucked into the world. How did we manage to do this? There we go. Then these. 3, 4, 5, 6. That is not the right way. We will worry about that later. Regret. Like on one hand, it is almost ideal. The color scheme, the everything, it quite works. But on the other hand, sometimes bridges really aren't friendly for building in tight spaces because you end up falling, or at least for me, I end up falling off them a lot, probably because I forget about crouch. Actually, suddenly that reminds me of why such a thing happens. Crouch is a thing. Oh no, that was 1, 2, and then 1. Okay. Wait, this doesn't make sense. Oh no. Okay. Just have a look at this. I think we've got this mixed up. Wait, where is this line? Have we got this birch line on the other side? I don't think we've got the birch line. Oh no. That may be a problem. Okay. Let's just double check this. There is no birch line. Okay. So, step 1, birch line. Step 2, figure out the rest of it. That's step 1. So how do we get... Like, I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay. How is this 1 block? This should not be 1 block back. Okay. And then... No. Still looks like that. Is there extra... Okay, let's do this carefully. No, no, that's even. This is magic. I have no other words for it. This is ridiculous. How is this happening? Okay. Hi, Zen! How you going? So right now, I'm trying to figure out what on earth is going on here. This should be lining up over here with whatever is happening through here. Aha! Wait, what? What? How did this happen? Aha! I've been solving a mystery of how this didn't line up. And apparently all it took was just cutting through the middle. Just stick a torch there. So, what's going on? Oh no, that's all good. So what's going on is we have a bridge, or at least the beginnings of one. And this is the first part of our castle for the Wheaten Empire. Thank you. And now we need one block there. Do. Do, 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 do. And basically, what the reason why this bridge is so fancy is because it does lead to it will eventually lead to a castle, if not right now. And by making it fancy, we can really show off the fact that the Wheaten Empire is, they're rich, they're powerful, blah 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 blah. And they take pride in their castle and stuff like that. Like all that medieval feudalism stuff. That, and we have the opportunity to actually be fancy about things, so we may as well be fancy about things. And we're not treating the frog lights like light sources. Even though they technically are light sources, we're adding shadows underneath them in the form of these smooth stone bricks. And we're making these areas seem like they're shadowed so that... Oops. No, we can't go there. So that it looks like the area is darker. And it makes our lives easier later on. And it also gives a bit more detail. And then... well, that's just not fair. We go like that? Yes, we can. Good. Ah. Now we repeat the process. Like, I think along here it should have only a very little amount of shadow, because like there isn't much room between here and here. But everywhere else, like as we get higher, I think there should be opportunity for more shadow, because this area is going to be further out like this, but I don't have any more of those for now, so it's not going out further right now. Ooh. Boop, boop, boop. And now I think we should be good. Nope. Yeah. Actually, nah, that's fine. Like, I was looking at it and I'm like, do we need dark shadows all the way down there? And I'm like, nah, I think if we have a lighter shadow for a little while longer, I think it should be good. And then we just bring it back to a lighter shadow and we should have everything. And that should be most of this half. And then we just start getting fancy with this lower part, which means we kind of need red sandstone, which I don't think we have any of. So we're probably going to have to go looking for some of that. Wait, can we make red sandstone naturally, or do we have to scalp the desert for that? I'm not actually sure. I don't think I've ever gone looking for red sandstone before. Hi Jessel, welcome. So right now we're building a bridge. Particularly for oh, there's more of it. Particularly fancy bridge. Yoink. Come back to that. Because on the other side of it, we'll be having a castle. And if we just go up here. This is one of the sides of it. Once we get rid of the scaffolding. And basically it's mostly complete. We just need a bit of the edging done so it looks like it's more stabilized, and then get a whole bunch of red sandstone so that we can stabilize this bottom part, and then add a whole bunch of design to underneath, because while this section looks good, we've got the middle section and then this other pillar to do, as well as on top. So I'm thinking what we'll do is we'll check how much red sand. I don't think we've got any red sandstone, but we'll check how much red sand we've got. And then investigate whether we actually do need to go to and scalp the desert. And if we need to scalp the desert, then It'll only take a short minute to empty the inventory. Dump it all into shulker, should be right. All we need to do is preemptively get a shulker out. Oh, yeah, we... You know what? If necessary, we can always use acacia fences as a replacement. I'm sure acacia fences wouldn't mind being used, even if they are slightly inferior in this instance. Because we do have enough desert to actually play around with. And around here isn't going to be seen, so there is also that. I think if we... let's face it, we don't actually... Let's use what we've got, and then we'll see what we're working with, because I think that would probably be the better way to do it. Earlier. Okay, that gives us 26. That'll be enough to get us at least part of the way across. And then we've got our logs, which are in there. So we should be good. Hopefully. Oh. While everything else is loading. Oh, our scaffolding. I totally forgot about it. The casual leaving of the scaffolding out in the box and ignoring it. Unkind. Grab some of that. Grab all of that. Let's have some fun. Yeah, I think is about right. Hopefully. Nope, we're one block off, but I think we're fine. Okay, so I think on each of these going up bits, not sure what you'd call them, we put one of those. Then we come across like that, one of those there, and then I think that should create a cool design for this. Because having something that's got a bit of a see-through thing to it, but still looks like it belongs to the build. Nope, that doesn't go there. I think that sort of thing is a good idea. Here we go. Probably about there. Here we go. Perfect. Oh, look at them. They look so happy. Such happy drowned. Hey, boop. Did I get all my scaffolding? Yes, I did. Okay. Hey, boop. Please enjoy your ride. I'm sure you'll enjoy your time in the water. Okay. So, the way I see it sure that we don't go past this point, we should be fine. Because I don't think going and getting the rest of the bridge made at this point is a huge deal. Just as long as we... No, I don't want to ride the happy fun times of dealing with the drowned. I think we are happy doing the happy fun times of the building of the bridge in the open air in the bright summer day. This is a better happy fun time. Oh wait, no. We left some scaffolding. We're going to have to meet the drowned. Oh, there we go. Yes. Hi. Hi. Yep. Oh. Because, like, I think that is actually a better option. Like, having the pattern be like that. Okay. That is all ready for us to come and pair up with the other side. And if we look at it from this angle, we've got it all organized. So now I'm thinking it's just a matter of actually, if we go and we remove that main spire on the other side, if we grab out our beacon and we just whoop, make it disappear, it should be good. Yeah, I think that should be the plan. If we just go like this. Yep. Wait, no. Empty the inventory, please. We just need a little bit of room. Thank you. There we go. Okay. Because if we get the beacon out and we do that, then we should, like, there should be enough room and time and stuff to have a good flat base. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think I can count. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, no, I didn't count this right. Okay. This is why building it from the top down is always the sensible thing. You start with 3, you go down, and you by the end of it, you run out of blocks, and it's great. Apart from like a couple left over, because those are the blocks that you use to put the beacon. That's the sensible way to do things, not this ridiculousness. So if you do it this way, it's prone to miscounting, and then it's just like, oh no, this is not good. Some anxiety whenever I'm building a beacon from the bottom up. It's just like, well, you might have counted right, or you might have counted wrong. You'll never know until you're finished, because who knows? And it's just like, ha 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 ha. Thanks for that. Go like that. We go like that. We go like that. And now comes the fun removal of life. All the fun parts. As long as there's not any lava pools in there, It should be easy, should be Gucci. Should even be quick. Because it's just a matter of waving the pickaxe in the general area. And I'm not even too worried about collecting this. Although, probably a good idea. I mean, collecting it is probably a good idea. And we only need to do the main initial area behind it. Although if we go like this and just mark where it is going down, then that's probably a good thing. Oh, so we can stop chopping it off. Power is unmatched. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. No one will know. No one will know. Okay. Because the thing is, once we manage to all this organized, then we can go ahead, we can put in the other leg, and then organize the middle part. And then from there, everything should be good. And I think I can come back later and make this look fancy and nice and all of the rest of the adjectives that go along with it, but for now I think just getting a rough cutout should be good. Because I don't think it's super necessary to worry about it. But I think it is kind of necessary to worry about making sure that it's at least pushed away. Okay. That should be good enough for now. I probably should have gotten a shelter box. Okay. Now we repeat that over there. And we also put a beacon, a block on top of the beacon, just for sanity's sake. Trying to mine out calcite with efficiency is going to be a nightmare. Ooh. Okay, so I'm thinking what we'll do. First step. Is we'll repeat the same steps we did for over here. And it should work. It belongs in there. And then once we get into the middle, we'll figure out something fancy and it should work, hopefully. So, calcite. Yes, calcite is the first plan. Yes. So we need calcite and diorite. Just a few stacks of each. Should have us sorted. We ended up using a lot more calcite than diorite, so we should be fine. Then we need the birch. I'm not sure if we actually have enough birch anymore. I think we've almost used it up. Yeah, okay, we may end up requiring more birch, but we will live with that. Okay, so first step, we want this thing, which is 2 blocks wide. 1, 2. It had better be 2 blocks wide. And this one goes all the way up. Like, this feels like some sort of curse paint by numbers. Like, oh, what did you do? I'm trying not to cheat on my test notes. Like, I swear I have test notes somewhere, but I've lost them. And so, basically, we can connect these up to the best, and it should be good. I mean, the other way we could do it is make it so that these are inspired by each other. And that would almost be better, I think. Because then we're not having to worry about it being exactly the same. It would just be something that's same but different. Wait, why is the jumping not working today? There we go. That's a bit of jumping. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to do the middle clicking a bit more, and it's almost like my middle click is starting to wear out, which is making me kind of nervous because I use my middle click so much. I'm like, oh no. Oh, if that's there, then we could probably go like this. Oh, we can go like this. There we go. Wait, no. It was this one. You know what? Never mind. I'll just walk along the bridge, pretend that we're not looking at that. There we go. Fine. Okay. So we got that bit, then we put in the diorite, then we put in the granite. And I'm thinking once we put in the diorite, we go out 1 block so that instead of going back in 1 block, we go out and then we play around with calcite again. Because unlike on this side, that's the side that we really want to emphasize the poshness and stuff like that. And so I think having it go out and be wider and posher and stuff like that would be really cool. But I'm kind of hoping that makes sense. Oh, more birch. Yay! Okay. Because once we do this, because I'm thinking what we'll do is have this side go out 1, maybe 2 blocks, so that this side, that side's arch goes into this side's arch, and I think that'll look pretty cool. And the thing is, all of this Mesa Badlands is going to be terraformed, so it won't look like this once we're done with it. It's going to look quite different. Maybe we go like that. I think that's going to be the better option. So food. Food is also good. Here we go. And I think if we do it that way, where we've got one arch overlapping the other, I think that will give off that fantasy, medieval, etc., etc. vibe very well. Do. Okay. Hopefully. Yeah. Okay. Boop, boop. Perfect. And we have learned from our mistakes, so we're going to do both sides at the same time. I think that's just going to be the sensible way of doing this. At least for most of the stuff. Now that we've worked out what we're doing. Probably. Maybe. We'll just have to see. I think on one hand that with all the towering that needs to happen, it's kind of like, oh, but on the other hand, it's kind of relaxing just towering up on such a regular basis. It makes for what feels like a simple build, but when it's all put together, it looks quite nice. Although vertical builds can be a pain sometimes. It's kind of like, well, 6 half dozen. Okay, so now we need the birch. I don't think we'll get both sides done, but we'll at least get, I'm hoping for these front bits, because then we'll be able to easily tell where we need things to go. And I think with that, it should be good. Thank you. Perfect. Okay, yeah. I don't think we've got enough to do all 4 sides. Maybe one side of, maybe this next side if we're lucky, but after that, nah. Like, wait, what is this? What is this silliness? Okay. I think there we go. Perfect. I think that's where I'm going to leave it for now. And if we just fly back and have a look, because that gives us something pretty good to work on. We can see the general vibe of how it's going to look. And I'm thinking that the first part thins up and it slots into the second part, I think would be good. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!